Yeah, so really what you just witnessed was about 5 minutes worth of work to get 3 fat hogs into the trailer. Like anything else in life, you live and learn, you get better, you get more experience, you get faster at it, but this used to take anywhere between 4 and 12 hours to do what we just showed you. If you don't have the money or wherewithal to build something like this with posts and gates, that's fine. You can do something similar with hog panels and T-posts. You can set your trailer up ahead of time. You can build basically a little mini corral with those materials, get your pigs used to being fed in that area or being fed in the livestock trailer ahead of time. What we used to do is, like the day before we needed to load pigs, we'd bring the livestock trailer out and set everything up, and then we'd try and go out in the woods and herd the pigs into the trailer, and it was a catastrophe almost each and every time. I mean, sometimes it went okay, but usually it would take a day to a day and a half to get all the pigs we wanted into the trailer. We'd get some of them, we wouldn't get the rest of them. We'd have to feed and water some of them in the trailer. I mean, it was just a mess. So if I could go back in time and pay myself to teach me how to do this years ago, I would absolutely do it. This has made working with the pigs so much easier. There's so much less stress on the animals and on us, and the time savings are just immense. It really, really does work well. Particularly if you get them used to eating out of a small feed bucket a few days ahead of time before you go to load them up. They're used to it. You put the feed in there, they know that's where the food is, and they just follow it in. Something I want to point out, another little tip, something I've learned along the way is pigs don't like heights. They don't like to jump in or out if it's very tall. You can see here that we've got between the trailer and the ground only about maybe 6 or 8 inches, and the reason I'm able to do that is because of a really inexpensive tool I have on the back of my tractor. With the 3-point hitch, I've got a hitch attachment for moving implements around the farm for towing purposes, and I just hydraulically lift the 3-point mechanism on the front of the trailer, which lowers the back of the trailer. It just makes a much lower height for the pigs to get in or back out. It just makes them a whole lot less tentative. If I were to let this thing set level, the back of the trailer might actually be up about here. We'd have probably a fairly difficult time getting some of the pigs to go in. A couple of them would probably go in on their own, but certainly not all of them. It would take a whole lot more doing. We'd get them a whole lot more worked up. We'd get more worked up. Everybody gets stressed out. That's not what we want. We're always working to try and keep the animals calm. That is a part of raising really good meat. We don't want them stressed out right before they go to the butcher, making the meat tough. So just another little tip and trick for you to remember here. If there's any way for you to back up into a low area where the ground's higher, or to use an implement to raise the trailer to get your load floor lower, be sure and do that. It'll save you a lot of time and frustration. So what I'm showing you now is this really nifty 3-point attachment that I got for the back of my tractor actually just earlier this year, and it's kind of one of those things that I wonder how I ever lived without it. I actually ordered this through Rural King. It's a product brand called King Cutter. It's made in Alabama, actually made in the United States, and it's pretty inexpensive. It's only about 170 bucks shipped. What this does is it attaches to your 3-point on the back of your tractor, and what you can see that I've done here is we've got our trailer hooked up, we've got it pinned off, we've got our safety chains on. I raised the 3-point way up, lifting the front of the trailer to get the back end of the trailer lower so that the pigs would have a much easier time entering or exiting the trailer into the loading corral. Just a little tool I wanted to show you real fast. This is called a herding board. This is one that's been purchased. You can make these out of wood. I do like the plastic ones because they're impervious to rain, snow, ice, and they're a whole lot lighter, really easy to handle. These are just a great tool to have if you need to get pigs going in the right way. If you've got a couple of people and 2 of these, you can kind of form a wall, start to pivot, crowd around, work them into an area where you want them or back out into another area. It just gives you a barrier to help drive the animal where you want them to go. We use this literally all the time. So if you don't have one of these on your farm, you're working with pigs and cows or even sheep, would strongly recommend that you pick one of them up or build a couple out of some light plywood.